Sir Mirasol, please be seated. Because in the very first place, I did not intend to come here as a dignitary, but as your colleague in the service in the Department of Education. I always believe that as a public official, I am in my station to serve and not to be served. In like manner, I believe that rank does not give privilege or authority, but it imposes responsibility. But before I will proceed further, allow me to recognize the presence of our youngest and very promising Sangguniang Bayan member in charge of the Committee on Education, Honorable Adrian S. Campos Sagrado, with, of course, the leadership of our Public Schools District Supervisor, Dr. Mirasol, Doktor nag-ipan, sir, no? Para mag-doktor ka na. And we have our Principal 3 of Tigbauan National High School, also a promising school head, and I am looking forward that I could also facilitate things for him in the near future, like what I did to some personnel that we have here in the Schools Division of Iloilo Province. I am referring to Dr. Wilson F. Tusino. And we have also our principal from this central school, and I am very much familiar with your school, the Tigbauan Central School, because every week I am passing in this area, going home to San Jose, Antique, because I am from San Jose, Antique. Karay ataken. Manaan ko man maghiray-hiray. And of course, we have with us our dynamic and very supportive President of the Federated PTA of Tigbauan, Sir Ariel Bernardo. Sir, it is really a pleasure to be invited in a gathering of teachers, bright men and women in a certain locality like Tigbauan, because you are the backbone of your respective communities. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate all of you for deciding to enter the teaching profession, because to be an employee, of the government, it implies many things, and one of these is sacrifice, because in DepEd, there is no money. When you say that you will be a teacher, let us expect that we could not be a rich individual, because the salary of public employees in the government is only enough to sustain a modest, simple, and honest living. So therefore, if you are a public official, it is an expectation that you are entering a world of people or professionals who are not rich. But, as I told other personnel in our schools division, like you, ang inyo SDS hindi man manggaranon. Pobre man. Pero siling ko, manggaranon ako sa kabubuton. Kagulawan ang akon nagipusoon. And that's the thing that I would like also our teachers feel and internalize. The beauty of being a public servant, because in that way, we could be happy in our service. Today, we are baffled by a challenge brought about by COVID-19 pandemic and its impact to the educational system is very alarming. That is in terms of our performance in reading and numeracy. And in the past assessment of the performance, of our pupils and students, both from the elementary to the secondary level, including senior high school, we were quite low in our performance in reading and numeracy. But because of some interventions that we did, especially our Tigbauan Iloilo initiative, which is a package of activities to deal with the low performance that we have, we are slowly gaining ground, and we are now moving towards the attainment of our goal, which is to achieve at least 5%, or if given the opportunity, to have 0 non-readers and non-numerates. Praying that with the help of our teachers and school heads, we could facilitate things to improve our performance. Today, aside from congratulating you for entering the government service, I am also commending all the teachers for your almost, or maybe Sir Mirasol, no? 100% attendance in this in-service training activity. I know that's supposed to be, we need also to have a sort of relaxation or rest after many days of engaging inside the classroom. We also need a break, and supposed to be a vacation or a semestral break like this is intended to those activities. But in our department, we are utilizing this period as a time for us to gather and be refreshed of some updates in relation to our responsibility, which is the teaching and learning process. I commend you because you attend today without clamoring or without complaining, because I know that you also believe that it is our responsibility. Let us give ourselves a round of applause. The only thing that the division office could repay or give you as maybe a privilege in return to your dedication and to your good attitude towards work is also to ensure the timely delivery and provision of your welfare and benefits. So right now, in the division office, we are focusing on the smooth and fast, or we are expediting the processing of your benefits, like for example, the updating of your step increments. Last 2023, or in the last quarter of 2023, our Administrative Officer 5 and our HR office promised me to update your step increments, and maybe if not in January, in February of this fiscal year, your step increments will already be indicated in your payslip. So let us pray that your step increments in February, you could see an increase in your salary because of your step increments. We are also trying to give you things which are due you. And whenever there are holidays proclaimed by the President, I always tell the supervisors and the two chiefs that do not take that away from the teachers. Let them enjoy the holiday. We are also trying to provide you opportunities for your professional career. We are enhancing now the implementation of reclassification from Teacher 1 to Teacher 2, Teacher 2 to Teacher 3, Teacher 3 to Master Teacher. And I would like to tell you that for the upgrading of your positions in the teacher category, I always try to follow your order of your priority in the rank list or in the card. Ginatry ko din nga ipasunod kung sino ang sa ibabaw ang ang mauna sa teacher category. Medyo may exemption lang yan sa school administrators because there are many factors considered in the administrator's track. Like, for example, previous performance in the previous assignment, handling of financial matters like implementation of MOE, relationship with the colleagues in the workplace, and many others, because the KRAs of the school head is quite diverse, unique, and sometimes complicated. That's why discretion is sometimes applied when promoting school heads. But we are still trying to help our school heads to the best that we can. And if there is no concern about the applicant, we also try to follow the card. Going back to other welfare and benefits, as what I have said, reclassification is one. And for those who are retiring, we also tried to review the systems and processes of transactions at the division office. And maybe you could feel right now that there is quite a change in the way we process transactions at the division office. And we are trying to expedite the processing of retirement. I am telling you that because I know that maybe some of our colleagues here may be in the age of planning to retire or maybe about to file the retirement. But as an advice, if you are nearing your retirement, we advise you to please start updating your records at the GSIS, because that's the area where we always encounter problems. We are also trying to look into your concerns in our remittances in the pag-ibig. Pag-ibig, GSIS, provident loan deductions. Because these are areas where we could always encounter clarifications and questions from the field. So all these things are now being facilitated by the division office. In return, as what I have said, to your dedication to serve the Department of Education. Before I end, because I am not fond of talking too long, I want a short and concise way of relaying things to my colleagues in the service. Allow me to give a reminder to our school heads, or a refresher maybe, that according to RA 9155, one of the duties and responsibilities of a school head is to lead in the crafting of the vision and mission, goals and objectives of the school. And that's very important. So we are expecting that because we had been given refresher activities, we could be reminded of these duties and responsibilities as embedded in our Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001. And another responsibility there is facilitate the implementation of the curriculum and being responsible for higher learning outcomes. So these are two of the many responsibilities of a school head, and I believe these two are the very important one. So therefore, I would like to enjoin again our school heads to please sometimes revisit our duties and responsibilities. To teachers, I know that it is hard to be inside the classroom because I was once a classroom teacher. Don't you know that I was assigned in my first teaching assignment, I was assigned in a station which is very far from the poblacion, that I need to walk for 3 hours just to reach the school. And during rainy season, we need to cross the river, and we crossed the river 10 times because it is a snake-like river. Aliko-liko siya. And when there was rain, of course, there was a flood. We swam just to cross the river. Ginalangoy pa ina namon para makatabok kami, para makareport sa school. And more often, the water level was at my forehead. Kagitong sina, kay gamay ako yan mo. Pero kung daw si Sir Mirasol to siguro, or si Sir, sino gani Sir? Basi taga-abaga lang niya ang tubig. And I would like to share an anecdote-like story during the time when I was first assigned in that area. There were female teachers with us, and we often returned to our station together. We were 15 or 18 teachers. Our female teachers said when they heard that I will be assigned in that area, "Wow, thank you. We have a male teacher who will be our companion. Maybe he could help us cross the river." But when they saw me that I was very small, they said, "Asus kita pag ni mabulig sa iya." And to the new teachers, please do not be discouraged if sometimes there is a delay in your salary. This time, the longest maybe is 1 month. delay or 2 months na gitabi for the new teachers. But we are trying nga hindi ma-delay ang inyo salary. Inaya sa mga isolated instances lang ay hindi malikawan that sometimes there is a delay in the salary of the newly hired teachers. When I was first appointed as Teacher 1, my item was Poverty Alleviation Fund item, PAF item. That item was no fund. The government tried to look for savings to fund that item. And I was one of those who were appointed through that item. And don't you know that we received our salary for 6 to 8 months? And during that time, we need to buy lesson plan book, Manila paper, cartolina, pentel pen. We need to put curtains in our blackboard. We need to cover the teacher's table. We need to cover the reference books, the class record, lesson plan book. We need to paint the divan. We need to paint our mini fence in front of our classroom. But we received our salary for 6 to 8 months. That's why, because my item was Poverty Alleviation Fund item, I also suffered poverty. But I survived. And now I am standing before you as your school's division superintendent. I am sharing that to you, our dear teachers, to let you see and feel that it is not salary nor money that counts in the public service, but it is the word service itself. And sometimes our dear teachers, I know that conflict inside the workplace is normal because a workplace without conflicts is abnormal. In like manner that kung ang tao wala siya problema, abnormal siya. Whenever we encounter conflicts in the workplace, let us always be reminded of our code of ethics. The code of ethics for professional teachers. And I am referring to PRC Resolution number 435 series of 2007. Article 4, Section or Article A, Section 4. It says, all teachers shall exert effort to support and uphold the legitimate policy of the administration, regardless of your personal feeling or private opinion, and shall also strive hard to carry them out. Diri usually, dirigit may mga concerns kita. Because I know that we have our own personal feeling. We have our own point of view. And we have our own decisions. But as teachers, as public officials, let us be reminded that the people managing our respective organizations, like the school, the division office, and the regional office, the people there were placed by the government, by the president, because they have trust and confidence to these administrators. And their task is to ensure the delivery of quality instruction inside the classroom in the same manner to ensure the attainment of the goals and objectives of the Department of Education. So therefore, let us bear in mind that it is our duty to understand and support the legitimate policy of those who are managing our respective organizations. In return, as what I have said, rest assured that we will also take care of you as the head of DepEd in this schools division. And we will always ensure that your rights and privileges are also protected. And that's the wisdom of our program, ang Pagpakigsugilanon kay SDS, because I would like you to be in touch with the office of the SDS. In like manner, we floated a platform ipalabot kay SDS because we would like to safeguard your welfare as personnel of the Department of Education. Sa aton pagpangibabaw sa 2024, magbinuligay kita para sa kayuhan sa mga estudyante naton sa elementary kag high school. Pangibabaw Iloilo and good morning.
Thank you very much for your meaningful message and the updates that you have provided, Dr. Servillon, that has assured that we will continue living the culture of excellence that you have set for the whole schools division of Iloilo. Thank you very much.
By the way, I am giving you few minutes. If you have some questions, you can now have it thrown to me. And here, I will try to clarify your concerns.
Hi guys, hari ko subong sa kantin sa Gua kay nagkaon na break sa break time sa mga set na upod naman mga teacher diri sa secondary school. Shout out na
Tigbauan National High School, people of Tigbauan!
yes.
Good morning!
Thank you, ma'am. God bless. Mga pisan kay mga dedicated teachers of
mga teachers of Tigbauan National High School. Dr. Wilson Tocino, hi sir. Doc Blanco, Ma'am Canyon, and all of the teachers of Tigbauan National High School. Good morning!